Hi, guy. It's Gang here. Welcome to our Off the Syllabus podcast.
And it's Shun here. Welcome to another episode of Off the Syllabus.
In today's episode, two very extra guests are joining us to have a conversation. So let's welcome our new guests here who are also going to be the hosts in the upcoming episodes.
So, guys, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, so hello. My name is Tamiya Cho from class of 2029, but you can just call me Ted for short. And I'm planning to take um data science for my track after 2 years. But I'm still not sure. I'm still in the questioning phase because I'm only first year. So yeah, nice to meet you all.
Hello, everyone. Um, my full name is Count Dao Chamle, but you can call me Bruce. Bruce is my English nickname because I like Bruce Lee, Bruce Wayne, and Bruce Banner. So they are my inspiration. Yeah, so I'm from class of 2028, um, and I am PPE student. Yes, I'm originally from Gachin State, Myanmar, but currently I'm in Mesot Learning Hub. And nice to meet you, everyone.
So speaking of like classes, I'm also from class of 2028. I'm not sure if you guys remember. And I'm also in my second year. It's about to finish eight, taking PPE and hoping that I'll be able to take philosophy track in the like coming 2 years in my university. So what about Mushroom? Would you also briefly tell us about, what batch are you from and what classes you're taking this semester?
Okay, so let me introduce myself again. So, I'm from the class of 2026. Let's say that it's the first batch of Param University, the fourth year of the Param University. So, I'm graduating this year. So, that's the reason that I'm going to hand over to our two new hosts here. So, yeah. So, I'm also the PPE major student, specializing in philosophy. So, that's who I am. Okay. So, should we go directly into the questions now? Go. Okay, go good, good. Okay, so let's start with the get to know each other questions, okay? The easiest one. So, what hobbies are you into currently? So, Ted, you want to start?
Okay, so hobbies, I've been doing some startups with some hobbies, and one of them is, I think you guys might know, is reading tarot. I'm starting to read tarot, and yeah, I'm kind of helping my friends too. So if you want free readings, you can come hit me up. Yeah, so that's one of my new hobbies. And another one is like also kind of just starting. I'm starting to collect stuff, but I'm kind of broke, so I can't really collect anything right now. So yeah, it's just a startup plan for now. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Recently I developed my new hobby, which is reading. Uh, I've just finished my I just finished this book, Atomic Habits. Yeah, I got this book from Shopee for free. Like they gave it for free. And then I'm reading Love Type and Can't Hurt Me. I'm still reading on the process. Yeah, I think I finished about 4 books in this year, and currently I'm on rampage of reading many books from her Lego. Like I have, I can't even finish all that. I'm just my interest is like I can't just stick on one book. I want to read so many different books. So yeah, and I kind of really enjoy it. Like in the past when I read book like it's from class, so I just try to finish it as fast as I can. But right now I'm, you know, uh, how to say it, taking it slow. I'm enjoying it every moment, savoring. Yeah, and another hobby I'm doing is also composing a song. I haven't composed for a long time, and recently I've composed about 12 songs, which was very good. And I hope to release maybe this year or next year, before I prepare. I have to prepare a lot of things. I need to, revise it a little too. So, yeah. Yeah, so these are my two hobbies that I'm doing.
They are very interesting, aren't they, Mashan?
Yeah, I feel like the new hosts are totally different from us. Like while we are more into like rebellious sides, I feel like they are more into steadier sides. So that's what I feel. Yeah, so like yeah, that's what I'm saying because I don't like tell me about bit about your hobbies, right? Because I know a bit, but still like tell them what are your hobbies.
Yeah, so I also been trying to read because I want to write like after like maybe like in during school years or after the school year. So I've been trying to read as much as I can, but then like I'm not reading at all. Like so I've been trying to read Burmese book usually. Like especially I mean like in this year. But then you I also have like books that are required to read from classes, right? It's a bit tiring for me to, balance my hobbies with, reading from the school. But then somehow like reading Burmese book is more enjoyable. Sometimes I would just read like Duppi. I'm sure like lots of our listeners are familiar with Duppi. You guys might familiar. So if I feel like exhausted, I would just, read Duppi. And I've been going out a lot, I feel like in these days. It's summer. It's like impossible to stay at my home. It's too hot. So I've been going out a lot. So I've been joining like club activities or just meeting friends or sometime like in the evening just going for a walk in the cities. So yep, I've been into just, hanging out and reading sometimes. Yeah. Mushroom, like would you also tell us your hobbies?
Yeah, for me, I'm kind of like into more creative side, so that's why I enjoy like drawings, paintings, and like doing DIY stuff and all those things like that. For now, like this year, because I'm doing a film for my senior capstone project, so that's why I'm like currently studying about like those film perspective and all those stuff out there, and I'm like trying to pick up the photography because I need to know like the lighting stuff and do all those things. So yeah, that's kind of like my hobbies. So yeah, that was it. So I feel like I would have regretted it, right? If I didn't ask about what are their hobbies. So I feel like this helped the audience to get to know about our host a bit, our new host a bit better. So yeah, that's it. So for the second questions, I would like to give a chance to Ted. So would you like to know anything about all of us?
Okay. So since I am first year, and also I think there might be other first year audience that are watching this and who might also be curious about classes their seniors are taking. And here, all of you guys, like all three of you are seniors for me. So are there any classes that you have taken in the past or are taking now? Do you have any recommendation and stuff?
Bruce, would you like to go first?
Um, most of the classes I took are interesting to me. Almost all of them. But the one that really interested me, the one that I'm taking right now is the scientific discovery that changed the world. The reason why I like this course is because is the way Professor Gujamuntun teach is a bit like different from other professor. And so I kind of enjoy the way he teach. And the readings are quite easy, not difficult, enjoyable, you know. And there's no perusal assignment, so which is a good, very, very great. Um, and the most of the exam are quiz, so like it's quite easy. Not easy, but better than writing. I mean, if you don't like writing, if you like writing, then then it won't be a lot of advantage. But if you don't really like writing too much, then quizzes are quite easier, a lot easier. Uh, and the oral exam is quite a little bit difficult because for my first time, but other than that, it was a great course. And then another course I really like is the one I'm taking right now is Sounds of Protest. Um, and this one is also very interesting because you listen to songs, you got to listen to protest songs from different countries, also from Myanmar, and you read some articles about those songs. And it's quite interesting for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I think like there are like unique perspectives or unique activities that the different classes bring out in our courses. And for me, like personally, I really enjoy my like first year ENCP classes, English classes, English composition classes. Because I've been wanting to, attend those like ENCP classes even before joining the universities. If I have to join a foreign like university, Parliament University is sort of like a foreign university. The teachers are mostly like, now get their educations from Myanmar, they get their education outside, and they're also from, different countries across the world. So they offer ENCP courses. So I've been very excited to take them, and I took it, and I enjoy like writing stories or just writing songs that I'm really into in those times, and I can just write papers about them. So it was quite fun. And another class that I have been like really enjoy in the past year, it's from like Olsen's classes. I think it's not even called Olsen's anymore. uh, so another classes that I've been taking is from like Oxen Network classes, and it's a very like unique and interesting class. I think like it was hosted from like Bar College from like Simon Rock campus. So it's about like playwriting, and then the course is called Playwriting, Writing Your Truth. And in those classes, you have to write a play or a part of a play, a scene of a play every week, and you have to bring the writing to the class, and you have to read it out loud in the class. And then you get to read like different plays from different students. You can play the characters there while you're reading, and then the professor just sort of go through and give you feedback, and just and then try to assign you another writings. And also she asked to read like lots of other play as well, that she feel like that's gonna improve our writings and the way we write the settings of a play. So it has been also like very unique and very interesting and also very fun, because you are not like you don't have to be very serious with. For me, like I like memorizing the data, so I don't have to do that in that class. So it was quite like a joy for me to join last semester.
Yeah, for me too. I was actually going to like mention that playwriting class, honestly. Yeah, but Gaon said first, so okay. So I will mention the other art classes I have attended so far. There was also like another class named like Diary Film, which is also like hosted by the GHE 21, which was previously as also. So yeah, I attended that film class and it was really interesting. So each week we had to do the like filming exercises. So yeah, it was my first time like being a film student, so which was really interesting. And also like our university hosts like various art classes too, right? Currently I'm attending like music class, kind of like music class need what's the name? Hearing culture. Have to learn various type of musics, and we're going to like how can I say that, connect it back to our reality. So that was really interesting too, like because our professor is like mainly specialized in music theologies and those kind of stuff, so which is really rare at our university, right? Because most of our professors are like specialized in like philosophy, politics, or like kind of like stuff or something like that. But this professor is like specialized in music, so that class is also really interesting too. Yeah, so I feel like there have been quite a number of classes that we remember so far. So how about it's your first year, first sem no, second semester already. So what about you? What classes have you remembered so far?
So for me, I don't have much classes to talk about because obviously it's not very long since I've got here. But some classes that are memorable is also kind of same as Gogang, like uh English conversation. Yeah, it's a really nice class. Like it's very engaging and also quite supportive, and like the writings are also like interesting, and we have to research by ourselves and stuff rather than just like reading philosophers and stuff, which I kind of don't like. Yeah. And so another class, I would say it's the arts class that I'm taking. It's called Design and Society. It's like an architecture class, and I'm already kind of like interested in architecture. So yeah, this class uh is really a nice class for me, even though sometimes it's also hard, but yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, I think that's it for now. I'll update later.
Yeah, I think every class has its own challenge that comes with the fun, together. And I also I can like sympathize when you talk about, you hate reading the philosophy texts, those philosophy texts, because when I first read like Darwin's Origin of Species, it takes me like 20 or 30 minutes to finish a paper, a page. I mean, like, I don't understand anything after I have read it. So it was very much of a like a difficult and like trying to be, get to know the words and the paper, what the paper is actually about. So those are the struggle that I went through in my first year. And like, since you guys are the two new podcasts and they are going to host and carrying on, is there like specific topic that is going on in your mind that you want to share, or you hope that you can collaborate with the speakers, or you can ask some questions and reach out to the professors or to be part of their podcasts. Is there any topic that you guys are considering? If you don't have it, it's still fine. We're just curious.
I do have several ideas. Um, yeah, the first one is like book talk. Like I wish like I could explain some of the things I learned from my readings, especially because this book is about habits, right? Habits, it's important for student. So how do you develop a good habits? Like this is a long book, so I can just, tell you the main idea, right? All the most important parts, and that I hope I can, advise fellow classmates to be more uh, to form a better habits. So like that kind of podcast I'm interested to do. And another one is like there's a classmate she also live in Method Learning Hub, but she's in a female dormitory. Like the two houses they live there, and one of classmate there like Nui Nui, she has her channel, news channel. It's called, okay, I forgot the news channel name. But what I would like to do is I would like to, I invite her as a guest speaker, let her share about how she made those channel. And, it was quite successful, I think, because so many views in just a few days. She has so many followers on Facebook and YouTube, so, I hope she can be a good inspiration for all the Barami student, to pursue their dream, be innovative in whatever they do. So yeah, those are the things I would like to do for future projects.
I will definitely listen to the one with the news reporter. Yeah, it sounds very interesting.
Yes, it is.
What about
Yes.
Ted? Like, is there any topic that's already going on in your mind?
Yeah, mine is not that it as innovative as Bruce, but I think my idea is like, uh, you know, experience from the working members from Parami, like working member as in the students, like for example, who's or like internship interns or like working members in clubs. Because like as a first year student, I didn't really get much information about like how it's like working at Parmi or how it's like working in clubs instead of being just a member. So, and I do have quite a few friends that are working in clubs. So I think I can call them for as guest speakers to speak for us and like basically just give us a glimpse into how it goes, like how the working life goes, like what you have to do and stuff, like how it differs from being a casual member and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of uh, an dominating idea for me for now. Yeah, that's it.
I feel like we're definitely going to hear like a lot of interesting episodes from now on. So yeah, I will be cheering on you guys to like even though I'm going to graduate, like I will be making sure to listen every one of your episode. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm intended to. So I feel like or only like some of us are speaking. So how about Bruce? Like, do you have like anything you want to know about all of us or something you want us to tell to the audience?
Yes, yes, I do, I do, you know. Shun, you were talking a lot about filming. That really interests me because I am also an amateur film director, you know. Film is like so much into me that it's no longer just a hobby, you know, it's like part of my passion project. So I don't describe it as my hobby, you know, it's something I do. So, you know, in the past year, I have like made several short films, mostly horror film and some music video too, you know. And I wish I could share with them in the podcast sometime, you know, talking about film. Yeah, and I wish you could check it and give me some feedback. This was from a long time ago. I'm still developing, you know, I'm still developing those skills. So yeah, and I hope to, you know, see what you do, your projects in the future. You know, maybe we can collaborate more in making short film, you know, about education, about Barbie things. And then, you know, on that, like, every time I'm happy, I will watch movie. I will watch movie to make myself happy, you know. So I was wondering, like, do you guys watch any movie recently? And, you know, what is the movie that you watch? And, you know, what do you like about it? What you don't like about it? If you can share anything. So, um, maybe Shun, you can share first.
Sure, sure. I was going to say that too. Okay. So actually, yeah, I'm currently like working part-time as a content distribution company. So which means I'm currently like having to tag on many contents, yeah. So which include the series, movies, and many stuff like some of the reality shows too. So I feel like the reason dramas. The recent movie that I have watched is maybe some of you might know. It's called wait, I forgot the name. It's red, white, and royal blue. I think yeah, kind of like that, like the English movie. Yeah, the American movie, yeah, the American like movies, like which is kind of like famous about like 2 or 3 years ago. So I have watched it recently because I'm trying to like localize it for the TV channels here. So yeah, that's what I watch about it. So it's an interesting story, like where we can see some of the like the gender equalities and some of the things that people are having or how can I say like the differences between the normal peoples and the like the royal people or the high class society, kind of like that. And I heard that like the season 2 is also coming up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, that's the movie I have recently watched. So how about Gao? He has been smiling themselves, so I'm pretty sure that he has a good recommendation. So how about Gao?
No, I cannot stop it because I was also looking at Ted as well. Ted is also very laughing very hard because we all know red, white, and white and blue. Either Bruce is missing out here. So after this podcast, you should go and search red, white, and riot blue. So
Yeah, what?
it's like a red, white, and royal blue. Don't search right now. Maybe after the podcast. It is like a it's like a popular like box office movie when it's released, right? And then the thing is that it's like a romantic comedy, so like lots of people enjoy it when it came out. Yeah, so watch like lots of movie every time I'm free. It's like one of my hobbies as well. And the thing about me is that I think like everybody does this as well. Like I would just go and rewatch like the film that I enjoy a lot. And then the film that I rewatch a lot are like musical or just, um just rom-coms movie like 13 Going on 30 or Mamma Mia or just like The Devil Wear Prada. It's those movies. I know like it sounds quirky. And the last film that I have watched is called like Something Gotta Give, and it was like made by one of my favorite like film directors. She it's called Nancy Meyers, and I've been a fan of her movies. Like one of her like popular one, it's Parents Trap with Lindsay Lohan, and then I've been a fan of those movies. So yeah, so the last one that I watched is Something Gotta Give. The thing is that I love the vibe like they bring to the films, very much like comfortable and very much yet the very much like decorative yet very comfortable at the same time. The movie it's like based in Hamptons, which is a beach place like near New York. So I the vibe it's very good there, and also I'm a fan of the playlists with the movies. And in the movies, that the protagonist is a playwright, and she fell in love with the like a music producer, record label owner, it's the kind of thing. Yeah, so it was quite fun to watch. Yeah. What about Mushroom? Mushroom, would you share as your favorite films? Yeah. You already done it?
You finish. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the first one.
I
Oh,
read
really?
Red,
Sorry,
White, and
sorry.
Royal Blue.
My bad. Oh
You
yeah.
forgot my Red, White, and Royal Blue.
How can I
How
forget
dare
red, white,
you?
and royal blue? I think Ted is the only one left to share. Yeah. Would you tell us your recent film that you watch?
Okay, so the I usually watch comedy movies more because I don't really like romance. It's very I get very miserable. So yeah,
That's
I
because you were
mostly
born
watch
in 2008.
no person. That's at home and then. Okay, anyways. So I usually watch comedy movies, and the last movie I watched is called The Nice Guys. It starred by Ryan Gosling and another actor. I don't know his name. I only know Ryan Gosling. Yeah, but it's really funny. They're like detectives, and when the other guy is like, like I don't know how to call it, but assassin. Yeah, I think the other guy's an assassin. Ryan Gosling is a detective, and they kind of team up to find out mysteries and stuff. Yeah, it's a really fun watch, but it's kind of maybe goofy for people who like serious movies more. Yeah, it's very goofy. Yeah, that's it.
Wonderful.
I think Brute is a fan of serious movie. Are you Brute? What was your film
Uh,
that you watched recently?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I also like comedy, like Ted. Comedy brings me in joy. I don't want to be too serious. I like to make horror film, horror ghost film, but I don't really enjoy watching it, because when other people make it like, it's just different taste, The way I want to watch, the way I want to make is completely different from what other people make it. So I make many horror film, but I really enjoy watching comedy, and in the future, I hope I can make comedy, like Stephen Chow. Stephen Chow is my hero. I'm not sure you guys know about him, but I'm really inspired by him. His movies are like very funny, like just doesn't make sense. That's why it's funny, right? Yeah, and like Gong, as you said, I often have to rewatch old movie because like the new movie for me are not as good as the old one. I don't know why. I just couldn't connect with the new movies, so I just rewatch old movies. So recently I just downloaded The Mummy, by Brendan Fraser. It's my comfort movie, because I want to watch it, feel comfortable, feel happy, because other movie just bring me it's not as good. So like, I often rewatch old movie, and yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Like last year, I just rewatched the entire Stephen Chow's movie like all over again. So yeah, like I refilmed the first film he made to the last film he made. So yeah, so I'm a big fan of Stephen Chow, and I hope I can replicate or like make different style, make similar but different, because I can't just be the same as him. So yeah, yeah, that's what I watched. The Mummy. I just watched recently.
So I think
Yeah,
like the thing one thing like I learned about Bruce is that he like to scare others. Oh, he don't he want to be scared.
yeah, yes, that's exactly it.
That's
Very
pretty
good point.
ironic.
Yes.
Right, that's pretty ironic, I said. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have learned about each other a lot in this episode, and I hope that the audience are now like getting to know our new host better. And I hope that, and I'm pretty sure, and I believe in that they are going to bring you like various topics in the futures, and they will be the good host like handling from us. So how about you, Gal?
Yeah, I just want to let the audience know that, the podcast is in good hands of Ted and Roots. They have their own individual interests that makes them very unique. And, it will be such a joy to watch how they blend their interests together and continue to make new podcast episodes. Yeah. So I guess like that's all for like today episode, right? So yeah, we're gonna say goodbye.
Yes. Thank you to our predecessor, Gao and Mashun. Yeah, and we hope we can continue to make good and interesting podcast for future audience. And, you know, see you everybody.
Ed, would you like to say a few words before we end the podcast?
Okay. So thank you so much for Kukao and Mashun to for inviting us to talk about us a little before the big change. Um and I hope that you the audience also like us as much as you did with Kukao and Mashun. And I hope we are half as good as them. So yeah, see you soon enough, I think. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys for staying till the end. That will be the end of our episodes, today's episodes. And so we hope that that the audience here will enjoy Ted and Boots in the upcoming next episode of Off the Syllabus Buckets.
Right.
Okay, so see you guys, and who knows, like we might be appearing in the future episode. Who knows? Okay, so that's all for today, and bye bye, guys.
Bye bye, guys. Bye.